Hi, welcome to the Anime Social Club. We hope you enjoy your stay.
That was pretty fun.
Your friend will catch cold sleeping like that.
I'm home, everyone!
Just a humble bounty hunter, man.
Is it recording? Oh, cool. Oh, this is new. Oh, wait, shit. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Anime Social Club. Once again, with your boy, Kid Benji, joining you again for another amazing week of anime content. Along next to me is my chat, who is, obviously they're roasting me before we even start, which I will clap back at them later, you motherfuckers. But joining with me this week is Kuro. Lovely as always. Fortunately, no Etyo. He was extremely busy, but you guys definitely need to keep your eyes and ears open. We have a new person on the podcast that we'll be bringing in pretty soon. So be on the lookout for that. So that'll be awesome. So anyways, how you been, Kuro? It's been 2 weeks. We didn't stream last week.
Yeah. Wow, it has been. I'm ready to fight you. Ready
to fight you. I have lots of fucking energy right now. I'm ready to go. Okay. About to unleash it all right now.
I'm glad I always have the chat on my side.
But so what we are going to be talking about today, as you can tell, is the summer 2019 review. Last week we did the preview for fall. Well, not last week, 2 weeks ago. We did the preview for fall where we watched every single trailer for every single show that was premiering in this current season, which looked, to be honest, kind of weak. But not talking about that. We're talking about what we just finished wrapping up. So I think the final show, premiered today for the current cycle out of everything that we're currently watching, which was Carole Tuesday. I watched it at work before I came on, so I was like, fuck, I gotta knock this out before the podcast. But other than that, let's give our general thoughts on this summer season. What did you think about it, Kuro?
Entered with no expectations, came out pleasantly surprised. I think it's looking like this year that spring and summer are going to be the best seasons, which typically summer is not the best season. It's almost always the weakest. So that's pretty interesting. It had a lot of, yes, there was one really great show that I would say, at least for me. But overall, there were still quite a few that were enjoyable. I was watching more than I had expected to. So, and some very funny ones that are bad, but good meme content.
Yeah. This was a good mixture, nice little bag of shows that you can really pick from. Nothing stupid, crazy stand out, at least from my perspective. Everything was overall pretty cool. Can't really complain. There was always something to watch every single week. I wasn't just continually dropping things left and right, which is always a good sign. But there were some drops, and there were some loves, some hates, some questionable decisions. But overall, though, it was cool. It was cool. Yeah. Good summer. Good anime summer,
Yeah, I agree.
So we're just going to go down the list. Do you want to just do that? We'll just hit one anime right after another. Quickly talk about it or whatever, and then we'll just keep going through it. And we're also going to talk about everything else that we watched outside of the season 2, and then as well as the movies we've been watching as well. So we're going to be going over all that stuff. So my chat. Wait, quick honorable mentions to. Wait, did you watch Maidens? Yeah, you watched Maidens.
I did. I put it on the list.
Okay, cool. Quick shout out to Symphnogear, which I will be watching thanks to Akari and not shutting the fuck up about it. Plus, it looks really cool. I liked a lot of the transformation scenes, and I'm a sucker for action. So, what do you say? But I'm definitely gonna check it out. So, first on the list, this is really in no particular order, is Magical Sempai. Absolute trash. If you've already watched all the great comedy anime, watch this. It's pretty much just fan service combined with really cheap, quick jokes. You don't really get anything out of it. It's pretty much like eating a donut. You know, it's sweet for a little bit, but there's not really any substance to that. And it looks really good. Like, really good.
Nice character designs.
Great character designs. Shut the fuck up, Kuro. Amazing character designs.
Well, I like them. That was a genuine comment.
Yes. And I guess the funniest part of the show is that they don't have names. They're just called Sempai and Assistant. That's it.
That's great.
And it's like a running gag. So, but yeah, I think you would like it, Kuro, to be honest. I think the humor kind of hits in that, you know, it's dumb fun, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But every episode's only 15 minutes long, so it's something that you can't really, you don't have to drown yourself, drag on forever. You know what I mean? It's pretty compact.
That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty compact. Next on the list is El Melloi Rail Zeppelin Fate spinoff number 362. In all seriousness, I honestly gave this a shot. I only got 5 to 6 episodes in. I really want to finish this, but it's a good spinoff. I'll say that. But if you're not into the Fate series, it's a very hard watch. They basically,
and if you haven't seen Fate Zero,
yeah, they essentially try to exposition, like the first episode, they try to give you all the context or as much as they can possibly fit into one episode, to give you, you know.
I feel like they do that for every Fate season.
Sense. Yeah, but it was even like more so in here. Yeah, it was worse because you're literally experiencing a part of the universe in between two of the other major set pieces, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if are you really craving mystery? Watch El Melloi, because at least it has that for the most part.
Best ending of the season, I will say. I loved the ending.
Yeah, I had a good ending. Yeah.
Emily.
Yeah.
The song is very pretty.
Yeah, so, and it looks like chat says it wasn't that bad. It was good, you know. Magical mystery genre needs to be a thing. That is true, says Franchise in the chat. I agree, because I really like this. I mean, if this was a show, the concept and execution was done within a world that wasn't the Fate series, but still had the intricacies of it, I think this could have been an honest contender for probably one of the best shows of the season. You know, had they, you know, been given enough time and, you know, budget and all that other good stuff. But I mean, for the most part, it was okay. Next on the list is Danmachi, or is it wrong to pick up girls in a fucking dungeon that we never go in anymore? I think that was the one thing that fucking got me, is that the show is called is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon, and they don't go to the dungeon. Like,
just in general, or just this season?
Just this season. They never step foot in the dungeon once. They were all,
that makes
everything
sense.
happened outside the dungeon. Like, it was completely opposite of the first season, right? So I was like, man, it was, I can't even say it was like terrible, like just complete and utter trash. It was aight. It was aight, you know what I mean? It was.
Franchi says boob string the anime. That's literally all I know about it, and that's all I need to know about it.
That's all you need to know, because if anything, Hestia is Bestia. All right.
That's also all I know.
Oh, and it got confirmed for a season 3. So yeah.
Wow.
Kari in the chat. Season 3 has been confirmed before a lot of other things that need a season 3. I honestly don't know how this show was so popular.
I don't either. Honestly. Maybe, I guess, because of the boob string.
Maybe anime titties are that strong.
I think they might be.
It can change the world. Yeah. Next on the list is Isekai Cheat Magician. As much as I meme the shit out of this show, I could only get up to episode 6. It's so boring. It's just it's painfully boring. Like, I just couldn't get through it.
Kari's a coward.
Okay, yes, I am a coward. I mean, when you say it now has the element red, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
You know, I'm okay. See, the people roast. Okay, you guys just don't drop things. I don't know how you do that. Like, I have things.
They also
to do.
didn't watch it.
Yeah, it was it just wasn't. God damn, it was just it was so hard to watch, man. But who knows? I don't know because I never finished it. So what the fuck ever. God damn, it was so boring. Next on the list is how heavy are the dumbbells? How heavy are the dumbbells you can lift or can lift dumbbells heavily? It was great. It was great.
I liked it actually. Yeah. Well, I didn't really give it that great a score just because, like, I don't know. I didn't think it was like a good show, but it was wholesome, I guess, as wholesome as it could be.
Here is why I
cute.
liked it so much. Okay,
Mhm.
and no, it's not because it's at the gym, even though I go almost every day. It's because in a world of copycats, right? They took a very unique idea,
Yes.
and they executed it really well. It
was original.
Super original, right?
Yeah.
It didn't even have to go gay. It didn't even have to go into another world. It didn't even have to go with a black-haired protagonist. They did something different. Now, did they use girls as fan service to pull you in? Yeah, but still, overall though, it was a unique execution, and it had what I would describe as like unexpected humor.
Yeah,
you know? It pulled a lot of the funny things out of like these random ass places you never would really expect.
Yeah.
And it worked. It worked. Like, you don't really question why it worked, but it worked. So yeah, it was a fun ride. It was a fun ride. But you liked it for the most part though?
Yeah, I would say so. I think it was pretty wholesome. I liked the end. It was cute.
Yeah, it was a cute ending. I really like how they drove it home too. Like, they emphasized the whole health thing in the end. So and then next
What's next?
the most contentious thing in our server probably right now is Granbelm. Homie King loves the show.
I wish Homie King was here to defend it.
Homie Bananas detests the show, and I'm just here like, this.
Fuck that shit.
Whatever. Okay, I'll admit it's not. If you like magical girls, watch it.
Banana said you either drop Granbelm on F1 or you're wrong. So we are all wrong.
I mean, okay, I understand the appeal, right? I understand the draw and the attraction. But God dang. I got to, so today I was gonna catch up. I was gonna finish it today, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched episode 8. I then turned that off and went and watched Ship Waifus, the anime. I was like, oh man, I wanted to watch Azur Lane so much, and that thoroughly entertained me way more than Granbelm did.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a it has odd pacing. That's probably what killed it for me the most. It has a really odd pacing to it, and I feel like the parts where it really picks up, it takes too long to get to. And I don't know. I think there was something there, like there really could have been, but not really executing like for how dark it got and how long it took to get there. It shouldn't have done that. I think it should have come right out the gate dark. You know what I mean? And there was opportunity for it to be dark. Clearly, by the way, it was established within like the first episode, right? And you're like, they could have done this, or they could have done that, and it's like, oh man, it would have made it a lot more of a draw in, But I will say though, magical girl mecha anime, right? You don't think it's a thing, but it is a thing. It's the second thing. It's the second anime to use the same concept. There's actually another anime that works off a similar premise where it's magical girls, but they pilot mechs. And it's an anime from the 80s, which I'm going to watch. And supposedly it's really good. So maybe, I forget the name. I have to look it up again, but I'm going to watch it because it would be interesting to see if they can execute the concept. I don't want to say correctly, because when it comes to art, I feel like you can't do things correctly. You know what I mean? It's all it's all subjective.
Yeah.
But it's like, how can this be better? You know?
Yeah.
Better. Bananas in the chat says we should watch the first episode Sunday. I will fucking tear that episode a new hole. Maybe we do it to Chihayafuru. I'm kidding. Next on the list is one that me and Kuro have a special connection to.
Yes.
You know, hand touch, like high five. No, other way. No, you got to do it to the side because the others. Oh my god. Okay, we're done. Given was great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight you.
I think Benji's secretly a Fujo.
I'm not a Fujo. I'm an appreciator of a decent romance. Okay. It was good. And to iterate what people, I mean, what I've seen, right?
Yeah.
I saw you, Kuro. I'm calling you and Zero out right now, okay? I still think it's the next Beck, okay? Because
I didn't disagree with you on that aspect because the setup was very
No.
similar.
I'm disagreeing with you on that I'm a Fujo. I'm disagreeing with Zero on the fact that it isn't the next spec. But let me give you the reasoning in my head for it, right?
Yeah.
I think the overall execution was way better. I thought the narrative was way better and more realistic.
Yeah, I didn't like the execution of Beck, so you
everything was developed properly, right? In terms of like a band getting together and them being young kids and doing this thing, you know. Even the romance aspect, like if you took the romance in Beck, like what was there, like supposedly like to happen, right? And the romance that happened in Given, I think the romance that happened in Given was done way better. Yeah, you could chalk it up to the fact that it was gay, that, you know, you give it the gay pass because it is gay, you know, whatever, right? But no, I think they legitimately illustrated the interactions correctly in terms of what the context was for the relationship between Mafuyu and Uenyoma.
Yes, between those two. I think my thing, which is how I felt when I read the manga too, was I wish I enjoyed it a lot. Obviously, I freaked out over it. There's no way I wouldn't have liked it, but I do think it obviously could have done certain things a lot better. I wish that they didn't make the other characters' interactions feel so forced, because I feel like they could have just focused on Mafuyu and Uenoyama and like delved more into Mafuyu as a character and like established that a bit more with the extra time that they took to sort of make the other characters' interactions. And some of the CG was meh, but that studio is not very big, so I was expecting some production quality in and out, because I'm not sure how much time or budget they had. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was really enjoyable. I thought it was cute. Also, Banana said a lot of brainlet opinions about Beck in this chat. Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, okay, here's the thing. Here's where I would admit that I am wrong about the call on Beck being, or on Given being the new age Beck, right? The failure would have to come in with the movie. So if the movie doesn't develop it to the scale that which Beck got to, and then
I don't think it will.
Wait. It doesn't. Hold on. And if we don't get at least 2 more songs, I mean, that's just a personal preference. You know what I mean? Like, it has to kind of follow a similar path, you know? And
same, Yukari.
I hate you, Akari. Fuck you guys. Just like you ruined Yaiba for me last week when he doesn't. Never mind. Anyways.
But I don't know. My thing with Beck is just that I didn't like the production at all. The story is good and the songs were good. I just didn't like literally every aspect of production of it, and it really took away from the quality of the show for me. But
it was all right. I mean, I didn't go in expecting quality.
I did. So I think I went in a little too overhyped because everybody I knew loved it, and I just didn't.
True. And then, if you're not gonna watch this show because it's gay, get the fuck out of here. It's fine. It's fine.
It's cute.
Like, it doesn't even, like, it's not even like the oh, you're fucking gay, you know? Like, it's not like you have to like be all about like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be gay to watch this show. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a good show.
Yeah, I mean, slightly agree with you, Bananas, because I know that it's more romance based. But
Yeah. Speaking about romance, next on the list is Fruits Basket. I don't even consider Fruits Basket a seasonal anime. It's so fucking good. It's just like.
I loved Fruits Basket, and the last few episodes were obviously probably the best of the season. And I see a lot of people talking about Fruits Basket in the aspect that because some episodes are so good, some of the other episodes that aren't standout ones don't feel as good, which I get. But I think overall, they executed it really well. The directing was fantastic, especially as someone who watched the original Fruits Basket and read the manga. I think this exceeds both of those. I absolutely love the directing and the pacing and the way that they took the show. It made me really happy. I enjoyed every second of it. It's probably one of my favorite anime of the year. So,
yeah, this was great. I love this.
Yes,
so much. Ayama and Kyo are my favorite fucking characters in anime in general. Kyo, yeah, falls into like the more of the shonen protagonist MC-esque type of trope, right? Which, you know, I'm always gonna love.
Boy.
But is it Ayame?
Ayame, I think.
Ayame. Yeah. I love his character.
His character design is so pretty.
I don't even fuck about that. I just like his personality a lot. like he tries to love his brother so much.
Yeah.
He's like, brother, you know?
It's very cute. Yeah.
It's adorable. So
I definitely think Fruits Basket probably had some of the best standout episodes of the year too. Between the Hattori episode early on, the Ue-chan, that's the blonde girl, her episode arc, the black-haired girl's episode arc, and the final three, like all of those were just very standout episodes to me for the year.
If you want to learn how to not be a shitty person, watch Fruits Basket. It will gladly teach you how to not be a shit person. Next on this list, probably the most hype of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not by us, but by the world, definitely. Yeah. Probably the most hyped anime of 2019.
Oh, definitely.
If I'm going to be 100%. Honest. Kimetsu no Yaiba, or Demon Slayer, came into its second core, right? This past season.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not wrong. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck,
that's the right term.
Was I forgetting? And it showed up. A lot of when it comes to a show killing it, right? One, it has to be decent at least, right?
Yeah.
And two is the timing, right? Because if a show times itself correctly, albeit intentional or not, it can lead to a show's huge success. And Yaiba just came in at the right time. Their hype episode, like the climax for it, came at a perfect time. Everything else was more of in a lull. Yeah, correct. Episode 19. But 19 happened at a good moment. It was a great moment for anime. Like a lot of stuff lined up for it. It got so much love on Twitter. It got so much appreciation like across the board, especially anime conventions. Fucking everybody's cosplaying Nezuko and Tanjiro, and even some of the Hashiras. Like it's blowing the fuck up, like insane. And they decided to do a movie as the continuation or for this next arc, which is interesting to see that a show this big is doing a movie. Granted, they had planned this out beforehand. But it'll be cool. Like Kuro, we could be getting like the next big fucking movie to like top charts. You know what I mean? Like especially here in the West.
I don't know how popular it is in Japan, but I know it'll definitely be popular here.
Yeah, because I know here. I don't know how all the other anime movies that have been coming out have been doing, but there've been very limited releases. So it would be dope if we got more, because I think they're doing
better, because like all the Ghibli Fest films this year have been sold out. I'm seeing Stampede for One Piece, and those are sold out for my theaters at least, and I don't live in a very populated area. So I think they're doing better. I think the West is realizing that people like them. But yeah, I definitely find it interesting that they're choosing to do a movie, though. I think that's the last arc I read in the manga was the one that'll be in the movie. I think it does kind of fit in movie format a lot better, actually. So yeah. I'm kind of glad that they chose to make that choice. Overall, I liked Yaiba, yeah. I mean, it urged me to go read the manga. I'm obviously hardly past where they ended. But yeah, I'm not sure it's my favorite of the year, but obviously Ufotable did everything production-wise that they should have. It was fantastic. And obviously the second core was the sort of better half. The last episode was really good. And yeah, overall it's pretty all right. I'm not like a huge fan of some of the side characters or some of the writing choices, though I do like Inosuke enough. And Tanjiro is cool, and most of the Hashiras I like a lot. Actually, they're probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
But yeah, the last episode I actually think was probably my favorite one.
CG blood.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting that they animated the blood in CG rather than
I know
the same technique they use for the dust, because it's essentially the same.
I mean, I know that Yaiba will, at least for Crunchyroll Awards, will probably win Anime of the Year, but at the least in any awards, like, it has to win Best Cinematography, like 100%, just solely based on the Room episode, because I was just like stunned by how good the like camera work was on everything.
Yeah, I was like, oh damn, this is pretty sick.
Yeah, they did a great job with it. So,
so a couple comments in the chat. Kimetsu no Yaiba currently third in sales for the year, behind One Piece and Kingdom in Japan. Probably finished number 2 this year, says Porsche Pat 24 in the chat. That is interesting. Akari says, I'm up to date at the pace that they have material for 4 seasons. Pog Ufotable movie. That's good to hear though. It has a lot of seasons. Yo, is this the next shonen hype show? Like, definitely
I think it is. And I will say that I like it better than like most of it. Like, it's my favorite.
I fucking like it better than fucking Sword Art Online that we've been getting all this bullshit from it. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's out of here.
Well, I like it better than, like, God. Like, it's not, like, I don't even love it that much. I enjoy it enough, but, like, I definitely like it more than a majority of the shonen that have come out over the past few years.
Yeah, like, you can't even name a shonen right now that's long running that you're like, it's fucking huge. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. Black Clover. But.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why I think My Hero Academia will ram all of the hype, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I liked this better than My Hero Academia, but also...
Oh, shit, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's
forgot.
this next season, so...
I forgot about Boku no Hero. Oh my god, I totally forgot.
Look what Yaiba does. Makes you forget about it because it's forgettable.
Yeah, most likely it is. Next on the list, this was a personal fave, and I'm gonna explain all my biases, and I'm gonna give you my true rating. Carole Tuesday came in this year, hands down best soundtrack of the year. I don't think any other show has that production ever in an anime. Like, what Watanabe did to recruit for the people that would, produce all this music. Grammy award winning producers, like, so much went into this show and so much love and detail, and you have the legendary Studio Bones behind it too. But there was a lot of love in this show. Like, that's pretty obvious. Before I get to the bad, Kuro, what's your take on it so far that you've watched?
Yeah, so I'm not finished. I got a little over halfway through. I've not finished because I was not that interested in it. But I have been listening to the soundtrack in my spare time. I do genuinely like the soundtrack, though not all of it, just because some of it's not necessarily my music preference, but everything that Carole and Tuesday themselves do, I love. Most of Angela's stuff, I love.
Yeah.
And a few of the other side songs. I really like Carole and Tuesday's songs. Like, they're very cute and have charm, and they sort of make me feel good. So that's awesome. But to me, my general consensus has been that I can just listen to the soundtrack and get what I need out of it, almost.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. Like, my thing from the beginning has always been I'm just not that interested in the story or the characters. it's not necessarily Jennifer Frenchie says I like it, but I have problems with pacing. At least for me, I'm not necessarily sure it's the pacing. I just don't. There's so much focus on the music that, like, I feel like anime based around music can only do one or the other. Basically, like they can only focus on the music or the story and not like have a good blend of both. Like the story had some heart and like it's in the right place. I just found it a bit predictable. Well, not a bit, very predictable. And it's not. I was so into like music shows and movies and all that kind of stuff as a kid because I did music for years, and so I've seen all of those road to becoming a star like things already. So it's not something that at least I personally found very interesting. But that soundtrack, that is without a doubt. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so the soundtrack obviously is standout, and like you were saying, it pulls a lot of Western influence in terms of like how they constructed the story, which I think was the smartest way to go about it because it's been done over and over so many times that you have a reliable formula for getting out the songs and getting the story across, right? But there are the issues that come with it, which we got to experience, which is the problems that you have with these types of shows in America is that you get too much that you want to do and you don't get to do it all, even if you do get a lot of time, which is why those shows, they're not 30 minutes, they're an hour long, right? Yeah. That's how they get all their content out, and they're able to have everything that they want to say done within a season of the show. But so Carole Tuesday suffers from that to an extent. Overall, though, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. The fact that they got Denzel Curry on the record was crazy. He did 2 songs and like that absolutely killed it for me. I was like, oh my god, this show's fucking great. Overall, though, as an actual anime, it probably is gonna get a 7 out of 10 for me because
wow, Benji.
Because there are too many unanswered questions. To the point that we are left in a very uncomfortable obscurity. It's not even like a creative decision. I don't think it was. It was more so just a constraint. Like the fact that we got montages back to back in 2 episodes about a process that was happening, I didn't really like. I like to be involved in the process. I want to see it happen. And then combined with, like I said, a lot of loose ends that weren't wrapped up, and a lot of and that was the problem, is that these loose ends weren't just loose ends. They were big plot points, like huge, like a huge thing like a huge plot point gets revealed, right? And you're like, are we just gonna like ignore that, you know? And then they're like, are you just gonna ignore that, you know? There's like so much to be done that didn't get done. But I feel like the idea behind the show was great. Yeah. I think Watanabe had a lot that he wanted to do, but only so much that he could do it in. And I would say, like Banana says, the budget clearly went to musicians and sound directing, but that was the fault of the show too. You put all the money into the directing and the music and all this other like all the other great stuff. It's hard to get those people to come back and produce a whole nother 24 episodes worth of content. Like, these are busy people. They got things to do. They're making bank. Anime isn't really the place to go to make bank. And so to recruit them and have them coming back for a whole nother session for it, I don't know what the logistics are on that, but they don't seem very favorable.
Yeah, and I think, like, the other thing with the budget, which I didn't get into, was I actually was not a huge fan of the animation. I liked the style, like the actual visual style that they chose to go with. But I was very, very distracted when there's supposed to be these heartfelt performances going on, and like the lips are extremely out of sync with the song. So I'm like, I know like that's not a thing that bothers everyone, but just for me, like I was just like, I'm trying to get into this moment. I'm trying to feel it with the person singing it, and I can't because I'm so distracted by it being out of sync.
Hopefully the Blu-rays will fix that.
I'm hoping. I mean, not all of them. You know, there was a few performances that were right on the money, but I think the one I'm specifically thinking of was Angela's big performance on episode 13, I think. That drove me wild. Like, yeah, I was trying to get into it because I love the song, and I was like trying to get into this, and I was just like, ugh.
The second, so ED2, was my favorite ED of the season.
And
of the year. Angela's ED.
Yes.
So good. Absolutely killed it. But yeah, great experience overall.
But I will say, I showed. So I was playing the soundtrack in my car with my friends, and none of my friends watch anime at all. They probably never will. And one of them actually added some of the songs to their playlist because they really liked it. So there's that.
But before then, going to the next show, Bananas in the chat says the whole show feels very unpolished, which is like the opposite of what I expect from Watanabe. And here's why. I'm making a big brain prediction. I think Watanabe is going to do another music anime, but it's going to be about rapping. It's going to be a rapping anime. Okay, it's hip hop, rap culture anime, and it's gonna be extremely polished. That's my prediction, at least. That's just that's
maybe this was a test.
It was a test. Anyways, next show, Fire Force, which you are not watching.
Nope.
This show, right now we're getting to the end of it, right? You get like the Blu-ray sales.
Yeah.
Guess how many Blu-rays Fire Force sold? Guess.
I don't want to guess.
Just guess. Say a number.
5.
Okay, come on. Give me a realistic guess.
I don't know how many. I don't know how Blu-rays sell anymore, actually. Like, I don't even know the general number. 19.
It sold 107.
Oh
which
my
is
gosh.
one of the lowest of all time.
That's bad.
But it's supposedly, the Kyoani fire and a lot of other unfortunate circumstances people are speculating are what led to the low release or like the low sales of the show. So people probably don't want anything to do with fire in general, when it comes to something like that. And
I also just don't think it's very good.
It's different. It's definitely not for everyone. I am somewhat enjoying it. It's okay. It's better than Radiant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm an actual shonen tard, so yeah, get the fuck out of my face.
I used to be. I'm not anymore. I can't even say I am.
Yeah, it seems to be getting a lot better. The show is taking a shift right now, to where it's more enticing to what they're offering us in terms of like a narrative.
Yeah.
I think it's developing really well. And I think after episode 4, it really does find its pacing. Someone was trying to tell me that what the fuck, that it wasn't. That's not how it works. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, different directors for like, every episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, of course they found their pacing, and it's going to be similar to the manga, but it's not going to be
the same.
Fucking words on a piece of paper are different than moving images on a screen. So get the fuck out of my face. I don't know who it was. Fuck you. But I think it's developing at an okay pace. Like I said, it's very weird. It's Monogatari style directing, with it's all really quick, fast cuts. Trying to capture the actual flow of conversation, which is really awkward when propped up against high paced action. It doesn't really give you time to register what you're experiencing on screen because so much is just happening at the same time. But yeah, it's all right.
Ikari said it has the same Soul Eater fan service problem, but at least Soul Eater has cool character designs and shit. This is more normal.
Yeah, it definitely is more normal.
I agree.
But they do what they try to do.
Yeah.
And they do it. By doing it. Next on the list. Oh. So good.
What do we have next?
Watch Black Clover. Okay?
Yes. Or at least watch this arc. Read the manga and then watch this arc.
Do that. I'm not gonna lie. I went through a lot of shit. To get to this point in the series. A lot of shit. Like Kuro. I went through a lot of shit. Okay? I
mean, I know. I watched 50 episodes of it while reading the manga. I read the manga and watched it. But then I dropped it because it was
if
so
you're
bad.
really fucking lazy, just go watch like all the major fights and then watch this arc.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me. I thought the fights were amazing. They were so hyped, so dope. I am putting the Asta versus main bad guy fight.
Leaked. Yeah.
Leached. It's leached. I'm putting that up there with like one of the best fights of the year. That was fan-fucking-tastic.
It was hype in the manga, yeah.
Oh, it was so cool. I was like, like the entire time. It's. I would say, if anything, like, because obviously the Mob Psycho 2 fight was fantastic.
Yeah, all of them.
the Black Clover had better choreography, I think, overall.
Yeah.
The Mob Psycho fight had better visuals. You know what I mean? Like what you were experiencing on screen, like a lot of really cool effects and stuff like that. But in terms of like the fighting themselves, because Mob doesn't really fight with his hands, it's all his like powers. The choreography of it was dope too. And then the Leech versus the Wizard King was insane as well. But I just like the Asta one because there was just so much built up to that point that gave you so much hype because you can't wait. You were like, oh my god, Asta fighting. It was so good, just so fucking.
I feel
good.
like I'm a rare person that actually loves Asta's character, so I was excited about it. I think he's wholesome and sweet. So, though I manga, not anime, so don't have to hear the voice acting.
True. All right, on to the next one. Bam.
Opening was great.
It went on a 3-week hiatus, 2 episodes in.
Oh no.
So yeah, it's the show.
Yeah.
Next show.
Nice.
Dr. Stone.
Yeah. Mixed relationship with Dr. Stone.
I'm Senku. Bananas is Chrome.
Yes. I did not like Dr. Stone pretty much at all in the beginning. And then the annoying characters went away and we got Chrome. So
all you need to do, if you want to please Kuro, just throw in a good boy. That's it. That's what you gotta do.
He's a good boy, yes.
Just throw the good boy in. Just fucking copy Natsume as a character. Throw him into a shonen.
Yeah.
Have like the shittiest anime ever, and they just introduce a character who's like Natsume, and she's like all for it.
Actually, he's not like Natsume at all, but still, he's a good boy nonetheless. No, I mean, I'm not like totally in love with it still, but it's definitely tolerable. Like I would have dropped it without having seen like this section of it. But it's much more enjoyable now. It's like I giggle, I'm not gonna lie, because the faces are funny. And yeah, I just like the Chrome and Senku stuff. I think it's a little more fun, and like I can just kind of enjoy it more.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for the big brain 200 IQ plays. You know what I mean? Where he just like outthinks everybody. Like it's just so fun to watch. And like I was like, oh my god, this is enjoyable. I really like this. This is giving me some good feels.
I'm scared because I know the other characters will return one day.
Maybe not.
I don't want them to.
Maybe not in the way that you think, right?
Hopefully.
So, but I mean,
I'd be okay with that.
But overall, though, it's fun. It's a fun ride. You want to go on a fun ride? Watch Dr. Stone.
Push through the first 4 episodes and then have a nice time. Exactly. The soundtrack, Pat says the soundtrack is actually nice and the humor is about it all. Yeah, it's like one of the few, like one of the biggest complaints I saw with Yaiba was that people thought the comedy was definitely missed, which I can relatively agree with. But with Dr. Stone, it like hits relatively pretty good. Like I get a good giggle out of some stuff.
Yeah, see, Dr. Stone got rid of their Zenitsu.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, they got rid of him, and so we don't have to deal with it.
I fucking hated that. Okay, now we're going to get into it. So moving on from Dr. Stone, Vinland.
Anime of the season.
Best anime of the year in terms of newly original IP?
Yeah.
Second best just anime of the year overall.
I think it's... What's my anime of the year again? Oh, I remember. Yeah, it's definitely my top 3.
It's at least a top 5, I would say.
Yeah, top 5 for sure. Top 3 possibly for me. Especially because I know it's not over yet, but I always say the fucking line, but I know what happens. So I don't expect it's not going to drop in quality. It's only going to be this good
Okay, Bananas. Yes, I know Maidens exist.
I'm gonna
That's
get to
why I
it,
said
Bananas. That's
5.
also in my top 5.
Yeah, that's why I said.
And I think
that's why I
Vinland's
said 5.
better.
Yeah. But it's a great show. I'm starting to realize people don't like shows that deal with history. That's what I
Yeah,
noticed,
yeah.
and I don't get why.
It's not as popular because I expected it to be like the big thing because it's wit, action, really badass action, and it's classic, and like it is like relatively big, but it's just not like hitting the excitement I thought it was going to. So
Yo, I fucking love history. I don't give
me
a fuck.
too.
If you animate it for me, oh yeah, and it is on Prime. I forgot. Thanks, Frenchies.
Yeah, that'll do it too. Because if it's not on Crunchyroll, or Funimation,
just use your wife's boyfriend's Prime. It's easy clap.
Okay, yes, Banana. It does have shitty CG water, but I don't care.
But Berserk exists.
I think the story carries it well enough. I mean, obviously, I'm not like I have the manga rated a bit higher because the art is really good and it doesn't have CG. Obviously it can't, but still, I think it's a good adaptation. Like I'm still want to watch it, despite liking the manga more. So that tells me that they're doing at least a decent job.
Next on the list, Fairytail. That's all you. I haven't watched it.
It just finished. Yeah, it was bad, really bad. I completed the manga years ago. I read it weekly because I was a fucking Fairytail tard for years.
Does everyone just end up coming back to life at the end?
Yes, everyone.
Oh, what the
Sorry
fuck?
for your spoilers. Sorry for spoilers. Like half of everyone dies, and then they come back, like Fairytail always does. And then they threw in, so like they tried to wrap it up. But there was 2 big plot things that they had to go through, and they spent all their time on the one that then they finally had to acknowledge the other one. There was like 4 fucking episodes left or whatever. So it made no sense. The animation was terrible. Like it was classic A1 where like screenshots look fine, but there's no fucking movement at all. It's just like stills, like they're holding fucking like signs up and they're like moving them across screen. That's terrible. So yeah, it was very bad, even for Fairytail.
That's really sad that they just shit all over such a long running show.
Yeah. Well, it happened with the manga too. I remember because like I said, Fairytail was my favorite fucking anime for years. Please don't ask me why. / manga. So when I had gotten to like that end part, like as much as I die hard loved it, I was like, I can't like feel satisfied with this at all.
Yeah. So, well, speaking about the opposite of disappointment, Maidens and their Savage Season. I watched the first episode of that and I was like, I'm sold. I will finish this. I haven't finished it yet. I will finish it though. Garen fucking teed. Dude, the first, I can't even say because part of the charm of the show is that ending in the first episode. That really, it gets you like, oh, this is going to be some spicy ass shit. Yeah.
Okay, Bananas. I think Vinland's anime of the season, but this is my very close second. Like they're very close for me. But yeah, Maidens was really fucking good. I went into Maidens expecting something and got something different out of it, which was even better. First of all, yes, the shock value and everything of what they did was great. And just the relationships and the type of show that it ended up being. I thought it really tackled some topics very realistically. I related to a lot of the characters. And so overall, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it's one of the best anime of the year, probably. Very good opening, too. Also, Banana said action brainlet. Please, I just got my Shonen card revoked from you like 5 seconds ago. So,
first of all, we're not going to acknowledge Copcraft because I didn't watch it and I don't care to watch it. It's a reverse Isekai. I don't give a fuck. You'll wait here to defend himself. When you fucking Copcraft. Okay, I'm sorry, Pat. I'm so sorry. And I apologize to those of you that liked it. I thought Astra Lost in Space was literal trash. Akari says Copcraft is amazing. I'll never know because I'm not going to watch it because there's other things worth watching. I thought Astra was completely trash. So one of my main gripes, and this pissed me the fuck off. How many times do you need to tell me that the main character was a fucking triathlete? I swear to fucking God, every 5 minutes you had to remind me, he's really good at sports. Hey guys, he's really he's really good at sports. He can fucking jump and run. Did you know someone died? Did you? Every fucking 5 minutes, you had to fucking keep reminding me of that shit. On top of which, like, a lot of their situations were really fucking dumb. Like, I was losing my goddamn mind. Holy shit. Okay, that's just me being a fucking cynical son of a bitch. I will say though, the first episode was great. Really cinematic. Thought they laid everything out really well. Premise was executed. Really felt that, you know, danger, the adventurous space feel in it. But it just completely fucked itself from the second episode on. Not really doing much in terms of giving you any type of feeling of like actual danger. The aspect ratio was fucking stupid. They did it in a, was it what's the movie aspect ratio? It's like 16 by 9 or something like that, 8 by something, whatever the fuck. Basically they have the black bars on the screen.
Oh,
because you know when you go to watch a movie,
anime does that.
Yeah, to like give it the cinematic feel. But I can see the appeal of Astra. I can see it. I understand it. But I
don't watch it. I'm not gonna. So.
Watch Space Dandy. Watch Space Dandy. That's it. That's a space adventure anime, and it's way fucking better. Like you would really enjoy that if you liked Astra. And then in terms of shows where you have like a betrayer in the midst of you, like because you're in some type of experiment, like there's a whole genre for that, or, like subgenre for shows. Like I don't know. I would consider you in Assassination Classroom probably similar in terms of like you have like a class of people and they go through some great struggle and they overcome. Like I like Assassination Classroom better than that. Classroom of the Elite, as fucking stupid as it was, I liked it better than that. Like it, I don't know. All I know is that between Granbelm and Astra, they seem to have these really cult followings that either you hate the show or you're just like, oh, I fucking love it, which is
That's
fine.
That's also what I've seen, yeah, with both Astra and Granbelm. Like,
I don't know why. It's just those two shows specifically.
Or they hate it. Yeah.
But I could give. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've seen it. This what they're doing done way better in other ways, but it just makes it hard to really appreciate the show. Like it's fine if you like it. That's totally fine. Like. Amidst like whatever we say about the show, like it doesn't really matter as long as you enjoyed it, because that's ultimately the goal when you're watching anime. But just from like my perspective, you know, like when you've done the concept so fucking well that it's like it just makes everything else kind of pale in comparison. It's very hard for you to enjoy anything else that comes out after it that's mediocre, unless you're really obsessed with that particular premise for a show. But that's just kind of how I viewed Astra as a whole. I mean, there were so many other better things to watch this season, to be honest. But yeah, sorry.
So do we want to move on to?
Yeah. So that was all that we watched for the season. Yeah, there were other things that premiered and showed that we didn't see because we're not fucking robots, so we can't see everything. But this is gonna be where we're gonna end for seasonal shows, and then now we're just gonna hit non-seasonals and movies. So I'm doing a quick lightning round, speedy, fast anime movie reviews. You ready for this, Kuro?
Yeah, let's go.
Marion the Witch's Flower. All style, no substance. That movie pissed me the fuck off. I've never seen a dumber main character. Saint Oniisama. You having a bad day? Watch Saint Oniisama. You'll feel great. Doesn't matter if you're religious or not. It'd still be enjoyed by all. My Neighbor Totoro. If you hate Totoro, you hate yourself. 5 centimeters per second. Another all style. Kind of substance.
Don't say no substance.
I said kind of substance. I said kind of substance. Right?
It's hit or miss for people.
It's hit or miss. I was more so on the miss side. Tales of Princess Kaguya. Oh, it's like watching a painting. Holy shit. And it actually had substance. Oh,
Yeah,
shit, looking at you,
fantastic.
fucking 5 centimeters per second. Can't you fucking?
Fuck off.
Anyways, so if you guys want to join in on the movies, join the Kitsu Anime Movie Club. We watch a new movie every single week. Out of those 5, probably Kaguya was like the best movie.
Yeah.
And then it's like a tie between Saint Oniisama and Totoro for like the one below that. But those are really really feel good movies.
For me, it would be Kaguya and 5 centimeters. But
yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah. 5 centimeters is one of my favorites. But Kaguya was fantastic. I was very pleasantly surprised. I cried at the end.
Yeah.
It was very good.
You see, here we have differing opinions. She likes 5 centimeters a second, and I know that it's bad. So, all right,
It's
on
not.
to the
And you're just saying it to trigger me too.
trigger. Why would I ever trigger you? Come on, Kuro.
No, we gotta save it. We gotta save it because you're gonna trigger me soon.
Trigger you soon. Okay, I am going to. Yeah, it's okay. That's all it is. Okay.
No, it's not. It's okay if you don't like people understand like the substance, but it doesn't hit you if it's not something that you really relate to.
So
you know?
It's almost like the movie needs to draw you in and give you those feelings.
I mean, it did draw me in.
The narrative without necessarily
the narrative did draw me
having to
in.
experience what the characters went through. Just like
I found it interesting.
When you watch a scary movie, you've never been chased by a scary monster before, but it gives you the feeling. No, I'm talking about what a movie has to do in order to pull you in and make you feel.
It doesn't have to do anything. You didn't. There's not a rule book that says what movies do and don't have to do.
I mean, there kind of is when it comes to directing and making a movie. Like, there's a certain.
Really.
You need beginning, middle, and end.
It does.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is that I just named a rule, and then something movies have to follow. Okay, never mind. We're just going off topic here.
I'm not saying that the reason Banana says that you don't have a personal connection with the subject is bullshit. No, I'm not saying like that's the reason you disliked it. But I'm just saying that the reason that other people are like very passionate about liking it is because they related to it. So like,
I'll go with that.
You know,
I'll go with that. I like that. I like the way you phrase that. If you like, if yeah, we'll go with that. Because if you've experienced it, you're obviously gonna have a stronger connection to it. Right?
Yeah.
In the same way, let's go on to my non-seasonals. Chihayafuru was boring for me because look. Okay, I'm gonna blame Kuro for this a little bit. Is that she sold it to me as a sports anime because she wanted me to watch it. Don't fucking lie to me.
I may have done that.
Hold on. Before everyone literally rips me to shreds because I know all of you motherfuckers like Chihayafuru. I'm not even gonna troll that at this point because I know you're gonna hate me. So I had just come off of Kakegururi, right? And I was craving a game anime. Like I wanted to, like I was like, oh my god, I fucking love games. I was playing League, right? And I was like, oh shit, I want a show that's like a game and there's competition and there's like hype shit. You know what I mean, going on. And Kuro goes, hold on. And then Kuro goes, I'm at episode 17 by the way. And then Kuro goes, oh, we should watch Chihayafuru. It's a game. You love games.
It is a game. It is a fucking game.
Hold on. Okay, it's a game. You love fucking games, Ben. You'll like it. It's so good. She did not tell me this was a fucking character drama. Okay, I went in not expecting a heart-wrenched coming of age story. That only used Katura, right? Is that what it's called? Karuta. As a vehicle to drive the emotions and feelings of all these characters and then, give them more screen time than the actual fucking game. I expected season some Yu-Gi-Oh! When she said card game, I expected some Yu-Gi-Oh! Levels type shit. You know what I mean? Where like, I'm throwing down a face down. Y'all can't read my mind and type shit. I was expecting something crazy. You know?
But that's season 1, right? Because season 1 spends a lot of time building up the characters and your understanding of the game and sort of giving a feel for the show. I mean, this is a long series. Like, it's not a short series. Like the manga is still continuing and there's going to be a third season.
Can I give the other side of it? Can I give the other side of it?
Sure.
Okay. Had I been properly prepped with expectation, this is a really good show. Like, it's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. The enjoyable, but like if I was looking for a character drama, right? This would be so fucking perfect.
Yeah, you weren't looking for it, I guess. I get that.
And it presents its characters in a way that aren't entirely out of the realm of possibility, where most series really lean in heavy on tropes, right? In order to get you to like create this like fantasy appeal, right? You have the girl that's just like, the tsundere. It's like, oh, she's like, you know what I mean? Like you have a lot of these things that you're really familiar with. Chihayafuru really tries to ground itself in reality to a good extent. Yeah, they have the typical smart boy, but he doesn't act like the typical smart boy you would see in an anime, right? He seems more like a realistic character that would, actually be around,
I mean, the character is the reason I love it so much. Like, it's not, but I will say, like, what you need to do is you need to watch the final match in season 2 because it's the hype as fucking shit.
I like how I need to get to 2 seasons, get to the hype.
Well, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just trolling you, Kuro.
All of the matches are great, but the season 2 is a majority. Like, it's more Karuta matches. But let me pitch something to you for a second, because I actually had this revelation when I was writing my post about Chihayafuru. Each character represents like a different like relationship with Karuta, and so I think that also translates to different relationships with a game, that like with a competitive like game or competitive sport or anything like that. So like Arata represents like like someone with grace and someone who's just very strong in the field. Chihaya is someone who's very passionate about the game, like they love the game. Taichi is the hard, like the hardships one that sort of has this bridge to climb to get into it, like, and every other character also represents a different aspect of it. And so I think really yes,
I totally see all that, right? The problem is I don't fucking care about Karuta. Like I have no fucks to give.
Yeah, but
they
it's
keep
not
talking
like
about these goddamn poems. I'm like, am I like in a fucking cafe where everyone like just fucking like snaps and like good job and fucking poem and type shit? You know what I mean? Like,
I think the point more, I guess, why I like that aspect of it is like, yes, like this is all related to Karuta, but I think like all of those feelings and all these character interactions can be applied to any competitive sport or game.
And I wish they were, because they would make it a hell of a lot better. Sorry.
Yeah.
I give a fuck about all the sports in every sports anime. And if I don't, they make me give a fuck. Like sumo wrestling, holy shit.
I give a fuck about Karuta though. Like I actually like it. I don't know why. Like I'm pretty sure Banana says that he thought it was a dumb game too or whatever.
Pretty sure he still thinks that. Akari, you motherfucker. Okay, I give a fuck about every single one that I watch. All right, I didn't give a fuck about tennis, but Baby Steps made me care about tennis. Okay, no mech. Kid Benji, yeah, 0 out of 10. You fucking got me. God damn it. Exposed by my own chat.
But yeah,
but it's not a bad show. You guys are misconstruing. It's just that
I know you don't think it's
I had a different point of view initially, but now I've been changed.
I just needed to rope Benji into watching it.
I've altered my perception.
Tell me, Benji, if I told you that it was a character drama, would you have watched it so soon?
No. So
yeah,
because I was already watching character dramas, I didn't need more.
Well, you did because I wanted you to watch it so you could see season 3.
So Akari says a wrong point of view, and I agree. I did have a wrong point of view.
It's my fault.
Bananas in the chat says it's still a dumb game, but I care about it with the characters are playing. I like that.
Yeah.
That's the state of mind I need to reach, where the game is dumb, but I like the people playing it.
And also, like the thing with at least like my love for Chihayafuru was like on my first watch, especially season 1, like I really liked it, like I did, but it took me a long time to get through like the first half of it, I would say, and then I got through the second half pretty quickly, and then I got to season 2. I binged season 2 in a day, and after I sat on it for a while and we started our rewatch, I was like, this shit is good. And yeah, Banana said the directing and sound directing are phenomenal. Yeah.
I think they are. I think they are really good. I think you really could. I think you really could have gotten away with like really cheap slap sounds, but the fact that they give all the sounds different depth and tone to it, depending on where they're playing, stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. It's great.
And I'm just gonna go through the rest of my non-seasonals, and then Kuro can go through hers because I haven't seen any of her non-seasonals, but she's seen some of mine.
Yeah.
Banana Fish. I am waiting on episode 9. Well, I'm about to watch episode 9.
Oh, that's a big one too.
Pretty soon. But I'm liking it so far. Cares if it has some gay in it. It's still pretty cool. I like it. It's cool. It's good. Better than 91 Days. I like it so much better than 91 Days.
I definitely think, minus my gay bias, that Banana Fish does the whole gang, like New York City, like gang thing, probably the best out of
Imagine any other like gang shows that you've seen, but make all the characters gay. That's what it is.
Not all of them.
Oh yeah, there's like 90%.
Half of them aren't gay. No, half of the main characters that aren't related to Papa Dino, like all the main characters that aren't related to Papa Dino, aren't gay. But if they're related to him, then they're probably gay.
And then next on the list was Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt. I watched the first episode. It has mechs. I fucking love this show. I only watched the one episode. I know. I fucking know. Once I get to episode 2 and on, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna just watch it all together. Like Thunderbolt was great. The jazz music was such a fucking cool implementation. It was like, you know what I mean? And it's just like, and like, and it went like, you know what I mean? And it was like, what? You know what I mean? You hear me, Kuro?
Yeah, I hear you. You're going.
Dude, it is good. Like, not even just the fact that it's a mech good, but it's just a good anime and action show. Like, it's good. You need to watch it. Okay, I'm
gonna start some Gundam next year. So
you fucking better.
We'll see. I'm gonna do 79 for Ikari.
You're gonna
so I can
suffer.
get to Zeta. I know.
Okay. Next on the list, and this is the one show I did finish, was A Place Further Than the Universe. That is a great show. I absolutely love The Place Further. I watched it with Mai, and it was a great experience. All the characters were really well done.
Yes, I love Place Further.
What it seems to have the same type of wholesome vibe that Maidens has. And if that's the inkling that I'm getting, then Maidens is going to be a fantastic show. Because I love the way that the narrative was established and the way that they played everything out and how they took such a huge journey and they compacted it into 12 episodes.
Yeah, that was also very impressive.
Yeah, and they just everything that happens, as much as it doesn't matter, matters, right?
Yes.
They make the unmatterable matter to me, right? And they do this by, in my opinion, pacing the emotional struggles of these girls correctly. Because they don't just give them all to you all at once. Like, you learn about each one of them progressively throughout each episode, and you care more and more about them, even to the point where you start to invest a bit into the side characters as well. But just the narrative as a whole is something that I never would really see myself loving this much. I did love a ton. For anyone that is skeptical of any show that just has like a bunch of cute girls, you know, being on the poster for the series, A Place Further is something I think most people should just watch. Because it just does this whole adventure like really, really, really well.
Yeah, it felt like a realist, like it was a realistic adventure story. Like One Piece is like, you know, a fantastic adventure story, but like this was something that like was plausible, you know, like they go to travel to a different part of the world. Like, granted, it's Antarctica, which not every person can go to, but in general, like, that's a thing people can do. They can go travel to, you know, mysterious places. And all of the character struggles that each girl went through was, like, like very well done, and like you said, the pacing for how each of them played out was fantastic.
And you see how they took an impossibility, grounded it in reality, and executed it extremely well. Unlike Astra, who took an impossibility, attempted to ground it in their reality, and then just left everything to be a mess.
Yeah. But yeah, I loved the soundtrack for A Place Further. Phenomenal. I loved it. When the one insert song drops, I cry. And yeah, it's a great show.
Well, those are all the non-seasonals that I did. I'm gonna have Kuro talk about her non-seasonals. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, so I will be right back. I don't think I've seen any of these. No. Okay.
No,
yeah.
I don't think you have.
I'll be back.
I'll try not to bore all of you too much. I've watched a lot. This is just over the past like 3 weeks, I think, or maybe a month now. So I guess I'll start. This goes from, I guess, most recent to farther away. So last night specifically, I just watched a movie called Hadashi no Gen, recommended by Bananas in the chat. Well, not really recommended, but he mentioned it, and I was interested, so I decided to watch it. It's a World War II movie about Hiroshima, based on a manga written by a Hiroshima survivor. So it's based around his story, just slightly more dramatized. Yeah, Barefoot Gen. That's what the English is. Yeah, definitely. I had a complex relationship with the movie because I really liked the premise that they were going with. Obviously, it's a real story. And I am going to see the sequel, but I might read the manga actually. But like, so you get this like intense, showing of what happened at Hiroshima when the bomb dropped, and things are very, very like intense and crazy. But the one thing that I didn't like was that there was sort of this tonal switch all the time through like this like goofy like go lucky stuff going on, and then this like insanely like almost like stopping like your breath like stuff going on at the same time. Yeah, like Banana said, the execution is lacking. I think that was really my only gripe, because I don't know, like even the animation was not like super updated, but the like when everyone was like melting away from the bomb, like holy shit, it was intense. So yeah, I think I gave the movie like a 6.5 out of 10 or 6, just because I think if they didn't throw in like the random like comedy bits, like, or like this awkward tonal switch, yeah, they are kind of funny, but I don't know, it definitely kind of took away from my experience a little bit. So but I would recommend it, because especially if you're interested in like the World War II stuff, or like depictions of Hiroshima and stuff, I think it did a really good job. So after that, this one I just started, I'm halfway through, and that is Revue Starlight, which premiered in 2018 and is directed by one of Ikuhara's assistants. Can't remember his name right now.
That is on my want to watch list.
Yes.
I saw a fight.
The fights are so good. So it's like based around like a theater school, or like I guess it's called a music school, but like they put on theater. And basically each girl like has to fight over their different insecurities in theater and stuff like that. It's a very Ikuhara fashion. And there's like, the transformation sequence is so fucking cool too. And the music is, God, the soundtrack's astonishing. So like everything production wise is awesome. I'm really enjoying it. It's a really fun show. I'm not finished yet, so I can't say too much. Yes, the giraffe was weird. Ikari, there's a talking giraffe, because anything related to Ikuhara has to have a talking animal. But yeah, so I would say that one's really good. I just finished this one yesterday, binged 9 episodes of it to finish up, and that is Rose of Versailles. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything, because Ikari in the chat's watching it right now, but that is a classic anime from 1979. Yeah, very good shit. You thought Domestic Girlfriend was spicy? You don't know anything. For people who don't know what Rose of Versailles is, it is about the French Revolution. It's relatively historically accurate, with the exception of a few added characters, including the main character. She's not a real person. But majority of it is historically accurate, and man, the spice and drama that went on in the royal palace is insane. And it definitely gets very intense at the end. I really got attached to the characters. I loved the 70s shoujo style. That's just personal preference. I really liked it. And yeah, I would recommend it. The opening's great. I don't know, it's just very like, I think everyone could get something out of it, even if you're not like into watching older anime, because it's very interesting. Like there's not a single episode you will be bored. I swear to you. And yes, Ikari said Marie Antoinette is a fucking idiot, and yes, she is. That is the definition of the show, which historically we also know what happens to her. So that shouldn't be surprising. Next was probably my favorite anime that I've watched recently, which was Kino no Tabi, The Beautiful World. The 2003 original series. I am going to be watching the continued OVAs and stuff like that of it, but this was just the first season that I watched, and I definitely liked it more than I thought. I knew I would enjoy it because it's pretty well acclaimed, but it was great. It's directed by the same person who did Serial Experiments Lain, so it has that sort of darker tone, but it's much more laid back. It's very nihilistic and atmospheric, but yeah, basically, Banana says comfy nihilism, the animation. Basically, yeah. Also, Kino's a great character. I would definitely recommend watching the 2003 over the new one, especially from what I've heard that the new one I think it came out in 2017, really over dramatizes things when like the point is that's supposed to be a bit more laid back, and that it doesn't. They also chose just random arcs from the manga to adapt in it, and so nothing like connected or like made sense. So yeah, I would definitely recommend watching the 2003 one. Overall, it was really good. I think I gave it a 8.5 almost, or maybe a little higher. I might move it up. I really liked it. I did Yokohama Shopping Log, just the first OVA. I think it's 2 or 3 OVAs. It was cute. It's a Isekai, I guess I would call it. Just dystopian society kind of stuff, but like cute and laid back. Not really a lot to say on it. It was just very comfy. I will probably 2 OVAs. Thank you, Bananas. I'm gonna read the manga so I can get more context because I know that the OVAs just adapt. I'm not sure if it's in order or just random parts of it, but I would rather just read the manga. K-On! I have 3 more left. K-On! Season 1, I binged that in a day. Very cute. Surprised I liked it. I didn't finish Ikari asked me about Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I'm still not done yet. I am saving it. I promise. I'm at episode like 80. I'm almost there. But yeah, K-On! Didn't expect to like it as much as I did. It's my first cute girls doing cute things anime. It was never a genre I was interested in. And I definitely discriminated against the genre, I guess I would say. Not discriminated, but I stayed away from it because I just didn't think I would like it. And yeah, I was wrong. It was very cute, very comfy. I watched it when I was really sick, like 2 weekends ago, I think. I had a fever. And so it definitely made me feel better. I think that was a good time to watch it. And I'm excited to watch season 2. It's just twice as long. So I'm holding off until I am done watching some of the longer anime that I'm watching. I watched Liz and the Bluebird, the film by Kyoto Animation, which is not a continuation, but a side story of Hibiki Euphonium. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, I didn't like it. It's a KyoAni thing that I don't like. The directing, phenomenal. Production, phenomenal. Everything on that aspect was astounding. But I just felt like it wasn't a story that really needed to be told in relation to Hibiki. I felt like the anime sort of established the relationship between the 2 characters that it starred enough. Maybe the ending part of that movie and a little bit of the beginning were like nice additions, but I feel like it could have just been like an extra episode rather than a full-length movie. I was very bored and almost dropped it in the middle of it. So I don't know. If you like Hibiki, I guess I would say watch it. I just personally was not a fan. And finally, I watched Garden of Words. It was my last big name Shinkai film. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Feet. It has feet. And it's very pretty. And yes, Bananas, he said the problem is no Asuka. That is exactly the problem with Liz and the Bluebird. All right, Benji.
Yes. That is me. That is me. I do exist.
That was only the last 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, interesting season. Definitely dropping some things already because there's other things I want to watch. I plan to finish Thunderbolt, Banana Fish. I'm gonna start Kokoro Connect, and then I am. What's the other thing I was gonna watch? I was gonna watch something else. I don't remember what, but oh my god, it was some other romance. But I'm gonna go on a little bit of a how you say, like, romance binge, I guess.
Ooh, Kimi ni Tadaki. You better watch Kimi ni Tadaki.
Okay, list. Basically, I'm gonna start becoming an elitist. Whoa.
Well, you can't in romance until you actually read with your eyes. Because there's not a single good romance anime except for Kimi ni Tadaki.
What was the name of this club? It's Anime
all right, well then you're not going to be an elitist because you're not going to like any of them, because all of the romance adaptions are terrible except for Kimi ni Tadaki and Fruits Basket, the new one.
Manga elitist. That's what she is.
It's not manga elitist. Everyone knows that romance, especially shoujo romance, does not. First of all, they never adapt the full thing. Second of all, they always adapt them terribly.
Your buddy.
That's why they had to make a second Fruits Basket, because the first one was bad.
Look, we just got the technology to animate the kawaii-ness and love. Okay, we didn't have it back then. Now we do. But yeah, overall, okay season. This season probably isn't looking going to be to anything special, but there, we were surprised by the wrestling isekai, so definitely a lot more to check out. If you guys want to see what we are watching, you can always ask, and we'll let you know. But yeah, in terms of everything, how do you feel, Kuro? Anything you want to say?
Read manga.
Shut up. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up or 5 stars, depending on where you are at. Be sure to subscribe to the Twitch channel as well. We're going to have some kind of perks coming in soon. We also have stickers for the Anime Social Club, which you can find on our Discord, which you can buy. We make almost nothing off of them, but it's always nice to have that. Also, follow, share, do all the other good stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are watching the visual version on YouTube, you can catch us live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the live stream and be in the chat. If you're listening to the audio, you can also check us out on YouTube or Twitch. YouTube, just search Anime Social Club, or on YouTube or on Twitch, twitch.tv/kid_Benji. So, yeah. Anyways, I think this is going to be it for us. We talked a ton.
Yes.
Next week, who knows is going to be on the podcast?
We have a new member. Hopefully Etya will be here too.
Yeah. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in and listening. Like I said, be sure to check us out next week. And Sunday stream possibly. I try to do those if I'm not mentally drained enough. So yeah, I love y'all, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, you actually got the bye down.